Bills Mafia, what it do, what it does. We're here today to do fantasy football drafts. Hello, hello. Welcome to Bills and Beyond. It's a great day to be a Bills fan. Bills camp is looking good. Looking like everything's going well in Bills camp. Can't complain. Can't complain. Sorry about that, Mike. So I thought that I was scheduled for a Yahoo league, but I guess I didn't. I don't know. Whatever. So we're just going to run through two real quick drafts, snake drafts. One on Yahoo, one on NFL, or I'm sorry, on ESPN. Still getting my account set up on Underdog, but this is all about fight me in the draft lobby. Can you beat me? Let's get in on a draft together. Let's spend the season battling it out head to head. Hit me with your username for ESPN or for Yahoo down in the comments, and we can join a draft together on the next stream. And then moving forward, I'm going to follow these leagues throughout the season, and I'm going to make videos on the channel documenting the season so we can follow along together. But I don't think you could beat me, so it is what it is. But we're here on ESPN. Let's go ahead and get one of these drafts started. We're going to join a public league here. I'm sorry if you hear some hissing in the background. I got the fan running. It's hot as hell in this room, so I apologize in advance. But your boy is sweating bullets. Join a public league. All right, we're going to go snake draft on this one. Let's go. We only have one slot left to fill. So this is going to be Team 3. Bills and Beyond. Team League or League Team. I don't know. Who cares? Bills and Beyond. League number 3. Let's get it. Gonna dominate this draft here. I'll dominate any draft. If you think that you could beat me, put your name down in the chat. You can't beat me. I can't be beat. I can't be beat, chat. I'm the best drafter there is. There ever was, there ever will be. The best that ever did it. I don't know why I'm getting pop-ups now all of a sudden. This is insane. Not really a fan of the pop-ups. Save passwords. Whatever. All right, that's fine. It is what it is. All right, so we didn't have a very good draft the first time around. Looking to change that, but that being said, put your fantasy username for NFL, for ESPN, NFL, or Yahoo down in the chat, and we'll draft together, and I will beat you. You can't beat me at drafting or fantasy football. Put your username down in the chat if you think that you could beat me. I'm the best fantasy football player on YouTube. Tell your friends, tell everybody you've ever known in your entire life. Tell your third grade teacher. Tell your jail warden. Tell them all. Tell everybody. Let them know. We got a minute and 30 seconds. I'd like to see exactly where we're headed for this draft. If I'm in the top end of the draft, I'm definitely going wide receiver first. If I'm in the back end, I'm probably going to stack 2 running backs. I'm not sure though. We'll see what happens with the receivers at the top end of the draft. Hopefully I can get like pick number 4 or 5, even number 6. That would be cool, but we'll see how it goes. I think yesterday I had pick number 8 and pick number 6 or something. I didn't get two teams that weren't that bad, but we'll see how this draft pans out. It seems like they're starting to get a little bit more competitive. People are starting to take a little bit more serious because we got the training camps going, and so there's a lot of news now, and so it's probably going to start picking up. But I don't really do super competitive drafts until closer, probably like the Sunday before the season starts. These drafts are just for fun, for content, to challenge you guys, to play against you guys. I am setting up an Underdog account so that we can get going on that, because that's probably going to be probably the funnest platform to play on. But looks like we're getting ready to join into this lobby here, so let's see where we're at as far as our picks are concerned. All right. Perfect. Okay, so draft room is open. Let's see what we have going on. What is our draft position here? Pick number 6. I could work with pick number 6 right in the middle of the draft. I love picking like kind of in the middle because there's not as many picks in between your picks. So while it's nice to get the back-to-back picks, I do really prefer picking in the middle of the draft. So that way I have access to better players instead of having to wait for 20 players to come off the list here. So we're looking at pick number 6. I'm looking at, really, it's wide open. I hope that I get something like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua. I'll probably take a running back if CeeDee Lamb is the best available. Just because I think CeeDee Lamb has similar value to a guy like Drake London. Even Nico Collins. So I think that's kind of like my cutoff right there. I really hope that I can get my hands on Amon-Ra or JSN, but I'll be okay with Jonathan Taylor or Christian McCaffrey as well. Circling back around, I'm probably looking at like Ashton Genty, Drake London, Omarion Hampton. I really like Omarion Hampton this season. I think that he's going to do well. The offensive line is supposed to be way better, and Harbaugh always has a team that runs the ball. So, they're going to run the ball, and they're going to run it effectively. And if they don't run it effectively, they're going to keep running it. So Omarion Hampton is a guy that I think can actually anchor a team this season as far as RB1 is concerned. You could play hero ball with or hero RB with Omarion Hampton this season, in my humble opinion. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. We're getting started in 10 seconds. Hit that thumbs up button. Put a comment down. Tell me where I'm a douchebag. Tell me where I don't know what I'm doing. Tell me that I'm a god because of the picks that I made. Whatever you have to tell me, put it down in the chat. Throw your username down in the chat if you think that you could beat me at fantasy football. put your username down in the chat, and we will set up a league, and we will get this going, because I will dominate any and all comers. No homo. Don't. All right, so we got 2 more picks. We have Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson were the first 3 off the board. If these guys were wise, they'd take Puka right here, which they do. So I'm looking at JSN or Amon-Ra St. Brown, which I love. That's what I love to see. Either of those guys is going to work out for me. So they took JSN. It's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown. Perfect. And so we're starting off with Amon-Ra St. Brown. This guy is going to have some of the highest target share in the NFL. He's going to have some of the most catches in the NFL. And he turns those catches into yards after the catch. I expect him to get a couple more touchdowns this season, just because there's always regression when it comes to touchdowns, and I think it was a little low last year for him. As well as Sam Laporta is coming back healthy to suck up the defense in the middle of the field. So hopefully he gets a couple more looks, or Laporta can blow the middle of the field up so that Amon-Ra can come up underneath him, no homo, and make some plays underneath, turn it into extra yards and touchdowns. So right after Amon-Ra, we had Justin Jefferson, followed by Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, and James Cook. So there's definitely been a run on the running backs. Ashton Genty is off the board. CeeDee Lamb goes. I'm next. I like Omarion Hampton. I hope that he's there. I hope they did take him right in front of me. How about them apples? So, man, that's gut-wrenching. All right, well, I'm going to go with Jeremiah Love. I think that he's going to be a RB1, and I think he has upside to be top 5 fantasy running back this season, just on volume alone. We don't know what he's going to do, but I personally think that there's a talent drop-off after him to Saquon, Derrick Henry, and Chase Brown. Derrick Henry could easily lead the league in rushing again, and this could be the season that he finally falls off. And I just don't trust it. I just can't trust it with my top running back, who's going to anchor my team here. But I really, really wish that I could have got Omarion Hampton. Hampton is going to be a real good sneaky pick for anybody who takes a wide receiver in the first round. He's going to be the guy that's going to anchor your team after taking a wide receiver in the first round. Okay, so coming back around, it's looking like Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins, A.J. Brown, Breece Hall. Those are the guys that I'm looking at here. I'm not going to reach on a guy like Josh Allen right now. I mean, that's my quarterback. That's why he's the GOAT. But I don't know. I think that I can get quarterbacks that are going to put up over 300 points a little bit later, like in the 6th, 7th round. We'll see how it goes. 3 picks left. We just had Kenneth Walker. So Jeremiah Love went to me, then Kenneth Walker, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Rashee Rice, Trey McBride, Chase Brown, and Drake London all off the board. I'm really trying to, if I can, I'd like to get either Nico or AJ Brown right here. Super, super good second, number 2 wide receiver. Man, if not, I think I might have to choose between Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. Who did they take? Zay Flowers. Whoa. So Brock Bowers followed by Zay Flowers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. All right, we're going Nico. Okay, so Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, and Jeremiah Love. Not a bad haul to start it out. Now I'm going running back. Even though Malik Neighbors is right there for the taking, which is kind of nice. But he'll probably not be there by the time my turn comes around if this lobby is any smart. So in all reality, I'm looking at Breece Hall, ETN, Scottaboo, Judkins, and Bucky Irving as my RB2 here. Super, super stellar start to the draft. I wish that I could have gotten Omari and Hampton, but Jeremiah Love is going to work well. He's going to be the primary running, but he's going to be basically the entire offense for Arizona, especially with the way that old boy is looking, Marvin Harrison. Whoa, brother. What is going on with that guy? But like, comment, subscribe, put your username for ESPN, Yahoo, NFL drafts into the chat, and I will set up a fantasy league, and you can draft against me on the live, and we will rage against each other for the following season. I am the best fantasy football player on the internet. Change my mind. Okay, so we got 3 picks here left. I'd like to get Breece Hall. I might have to go with Neighbors, though, honestly. They just took him. Okay. So Neighbors is off the board. I got Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall at the top of the list here. Josh Allen goes after Malik Neighbors. So that takes any kind of temptation I would have to otherwise have Josh Allen on my team. They took Ladd McConkey. We're going Breece Hall. So we got Jeremiah Love, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Nico Collins. No one's beating this team this season. No one's going to beat this team. And then we're going to have a top-notch receiver or maybe another running back here. Bucky Irving, Quinshaw Judkins, and ETN. If any of those guys are left, I'm going to take one of those guys. But there's still good receivers. There's Garrett Wilson, Ted McMillan, Devontae Smith, Egbuka, Devontae Adams, Jalen Waddle. All of those guys are guys that I'm interested in taking right now. As well as Tyler Warren is still there on the table. A couple of running backs that could be there by the time it's my turn. I really, really like picking in the middle rounds. In the middle picks of the draft. It gives you so much flexibility, kind of just go wherever, depending on how people choose and who they take and whatnot. Yeah, so those running backs were taken off the board. So I'm going with a wide receiver here. Top end wide receiver. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. Yeah, so Garrett Wilson, McMillan, Smith, or Higgins. One of them. I'm sorry, Waddle, not Higgins. So I'm going Wilson, Waddle, Wilson, Egbuka, Waddle, McMillan. Do I want Garrett Wilson with Breece Hall? The Jet stack? Ugh. Damn, dude. All right, I'll do it. The Jets stack. Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. Here's hoping that they have a better season. I can't just walk by Garrett Wilson. He's going to be one of the most targeted players in the NFL. I can't believe that they let him go until the fifth round. That's insane. That's insane. He should be a fourth round pick. You can't let him fall to the fifth round like that. That's not okay. And they're about to let me get Tyler Warren on top of all of this. If they take Tyler Warren, I'm going to go Jaden Daniels. Jalen Waddles, I mean, is that going to be my first bench player? No, there's plenty of other bench players left that are being undervalued here. I think that I'm taking Tyler Warren or Jaden Daniels, whichever is left. Hopefully both of them aren't taken right in front of me because that always happens to me. Always happens to me. Tyler Warren is next. Here we go, baby. Tyler Warren. Boom. Let's go. Draft Tyler Warren. All right, so I've got Jeremiah Love, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, Tyler Warren, Garrett Wilson. This team is ridiculously stupid good. This is a PPR league. No one is beating me in this league. It's not going to happen this season for you guys. Sorry about that. If these guys do something stupid, like let me get Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow, because, I mean, I'll be satisfied taking someone like Dak Prescott or Caleb Williams. Hell, I'll even take Stafford and just kind of stream quarterbacks for the season. You know what I mean? Herbert. There's quarterbacks left that may not break 300 points, but we'll get damn close to it. They just took Jaden Daniels. Not okay. I mean, not a problem, not a problem. Let them leave Jaden Waddle there. Let them leave Jalen Waddle there. Let them leave him. Or even DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore is going to have a better season. He's not going to be like crazy or anything, but he'll have a better season than he's had. I'm going to be doing drafts every day, almost every day. I don't want to guarantee every day, but I'm going to try to do them every single day until the season starts. So like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notifications so that you can get my notifications that I'm going live. And if you want to be in one of the drafts, make sure that you put your usernames down in the comments. Put a username for ESPN, Yahoo, and NFL.com. I'm going to be setting up Sleeper sooner than later so that we can get on the Sleeper and get some of that going as well. Okay. I'm going to go Jadarian Price right here, honestly. I mean, there's quite a few wide receivers that I can take here. Jadarian Price is probably the best running back. Yeah, that's a tier fall off right there, because then they have Jalen Warren. These guys are all sharing time. Jalen Warren, Ramondre Stevenson. That was a nice little pick right there, Jadarian Price. I like that as my first bench player. I think that you could definitely do worse than that. Okay. Coming up back around to my turn here. Got 4 picks left. I think I'm going to rock with Joe Burrow here. Or maybe Roma Dunze. And then take Caleb Williams. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Need to see how it all lays out. I like Roma Dunze. I like Cortland Sutton too. I like Roma Dunze the most. And then DJ Moore, and then Cortland. And Joe Burrow. I'm going to go Caleb Williams. Joe Burrow above him. Joe Beasy for Sheezy. All right. Let's go, Roma Dunze. Let's go. So if they take Joe Burrow, I'm going to take Caleb Williams. And I'll probably pair him with a second quarterback. Maybe like Dak or someone. I think I'm going to go quarterback here in the 9th. Unless DJ Moore, Sutton, or Mike Evans is there. Because Mike Evans is a baller. DJ Moore just taken off of the board. So there goes that idea. Right? Am I right? It was a good idea while it lasted, I suppose. Let's see. Yeah, so I like DJ Moore. I like Joe Burrow. I like Caleb Williams. I like Dak. If I can't get Joe, I'll take 2 quarterbacks. If I can get Joe, then I'll probably just take the 1 quarterback. But I'm going to go quarterback and then running back. Ramondre or Warren or something like that. Again, unless there's a badass receiver left. DJ Moore, Cortland Sutton, Jordan Tyson, Chuba Hubbard, Marvin Harrison, Alec Pierce off the board. I've got Mike Evans, Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams in my queue. Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre, Warren. Okay. Let's go. Joe Burrow. Let's go. Joe Burrow, Jeremiah Love, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, Tyler Warren, Garrett Wilson, Jadavian Price, Rome Odunze. I'm going to crush with this team. I'm going to crush with this team. I'm just going to crush with this team. All right, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. In the comments section, put your username for NFL.com, ESPN.com, and Yahoo Fantasy Football. If you think that you can beat me at fantasy football, and I will create a league, and we will draft together on a live stream. And then I will make videos updating those drafts throughout the season, and it will be a series on the channel. And I will defeat every single person that steps up to challenge me because I am the best fantasy football player on YouTube. No one does it better. Not Flock Fantasy, not Fantasy Pros, not Yahoo, none of them. I'm the best. All right, Caleb Williams is gone. Now it's my turn to pick somebody here. And I'm going with Ramondre Stevenson. Team is looking stout. Team is looking good. Jalen Warren, Bo Nix. Oh, they're taking defenses, huh? Taking defenses now? That's what we're doing? Okay. We'll take defenses. We will take defenses. If that's how we're going to play this, then that is how we are going to play this. Ooh, sorry about that. Way boring. Don't yawn on the live stream. What a douchebag. Amateur things, rookie things. That's what we do on this channel. That is how we do it here. The one thing that we don't do is do rookie drafts, though. We dominate those. We dominate fantasy football. We dominate fantasy baseball. We dominate fantasy sports. We're just dominant in that fashion. You know what I mean? In that way, shape, and form. All right. 2 picks until my chance to pick. Let's look at the defense. What they jeez, dude. The Rams are still there. These fools are tripping. Yo, the Rams defense is going to be the best defense in the NFL. Especially if Aaron Donald comes back. It's pretty much a wrap for everyone if that happens. So not really sure. Yeah, let's go. We're going Rams D. Boom. What the hell is going on? And then I'm going to go Goddard or Rashad White. Either one. Do I need a receiver? Maybe I can go with Khalil Shakir or Josh Downs. I feel like Goddard is the best available. Okay, here we go. Oh, Debo was picked. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Okay. We're going to go Rashad White. Goddard, Downs. Addison, Shakir, Reed, Shakir. Fuck, they took Goddard. We do Kincaid, though. So I could take a wide receiver. I don't need a running back or a quarterback. Unless there's someone worth taking. Kyler's there. Kind of worth taking, but they had the same buy, so that's not going to make sense. There's no quarterback that makes sense for me to take here. Damn, they took Josh down. Khalil Shakir just went. I'm going to take Kincaid, actually. A wide receiver. I didn't have a wide receiver. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receivers. I need to take a receiver. Maybe another defense. Seahawks. Yeah, I'm going Jordan Addison next. And then I'll take a D. Damn. Guess not. Chargers defense might be nice this year. I have a feeling that the Chargers defense is going to be pretty nice. Pretty. Okay. So this draft is wrapping up. I'm going to hop over to Yahoo. I'm going to do another draft on Yahoo. I'll do a snake draft on Yahoo. Do one more quick draft over there, and then we'll hop off for the day. All right, so who's on the clock? All right, I'm gonna take the Chargers, and then I'm gonna take kicker. Dead space, dead air. Sorry about that. Just go ahead and skip forward through all of that stuff. Now that you see it after the fact. Whatever. I wonder if this does any difference here. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have the air on. Extra air. Extra air. That sounds cool, actually. Okay. Chargers defense. Here we go. I'm gonna turn the air off, actually, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that hissing sound. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and take the Rams defense or the Lions defense. Maybe the Vikings defense. Potentially the Vikings defense. Lions defense is looking good. I'm sorry, Lions kicker. What am I saying? Stupid person. Stay in school, kids. Don't be a stupid person like me. All right. Draft is complete. Joe Burrow, Jeremiah Love, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, Tyler Warren, Garrett Wilson, Rams defense, Xavier Price, Roma Dunze, Ramondre Stevenson, Rashad White, Dalton Kincaid, Jordan Addison, and the Chargers defense. This team is stacked. This team's loaded. No one is going to beat me. No one can beat me. I am the best fantasy football player on YouTube. See where we're at. I want to check and see how they think I did in the draft, even though none of that matters at all. I just like to look at other teams that they think did well, and see who's on those squads. All right, here we go. Go to my team. Bills and Beyond League 3, League Home. Let's go here. Oh, well, wouldn't you know it? Right at the top, the number one team. How about it? Boom. Here we go. I'm expected to win this league. Sheldon's team's supposed to be good. Take a look. Bijan, Saquon, Devontae Smith, McLaurin, Bowers, Junkins. Not bad. Not a bad squad there. Jalen Hurts, that's not a bad squad. Not bad. Show me your TDs. Jackson Dart, Amir Gibbs, Chase Brown, Devontae Adams, Jalen Waddle, Ray McBride, Chuba Hubbard, Marvin Harrison. Yo, my team is loaded. Joe Burrow, Jeremiah Love, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, Tyler Warren, Garrett Wilson, Rams defense. My team is loaded. This is probably the best team that I've had so far that I've drafted here. All right. Let's hop over to Yahoo. All right, the draft is full. Sweet. So this is just going to be a snake draft, Yahoo snake draft. Let's see where I am in the draft. I have the number 1 pick. Wow. Chat, this is the first time I've had the number 1 pick. So this is interesting. Who should I take? Who should I take as the number 1 pick? Should I take Gibbs or Robinson? I haven't had the first pick yet. This is the first time of me having the first pick. Who should I let me know in the chat? Who should I take? Gibbs or Robinson? Puka or Chase or JSN? Who should I take? Who should I take number 1? Comment in the chat. Who should I take number 1? And if you think that you could beat me at fantasy football, put your username for Yahoo, ESPN, or NFL in the chat. I'm going to be starting up an Underdog so that I can go up against people in Underdog as well, but I haven't gotten to that yet. All right, I have the first pick. Oh, this is going to be loud as hell. Turn it off just in time. Just in time. I'm going to go Bijan. Now we're going to wait for all these picks. I'd like to get Hampton. Big drop off for the wide receivers. Okay, hopefully Hampton will fall to me. I really want Hampton. But I really need Nico or Drake London. I mean, Pickens, I guess, could be my number one receiver, but that's rough, dude. Rough. London's still there. All right. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get a decent pick here. We'll see. Nine picks. 1, 2. So it's looking like HN. Do I go receiver, or receiver running back? We'll see. I need one of these good receivers to fall to me, man. Please. Please skip London or Collins. Let's go. Let me get Nico and Omari and Hampton. One, 2, 3. I'm getting Ken Walker, Nico Collins, or Omari and Hampton. One of those three. And then, I don't know. Please let me get Nico and Omari and Hampton. Chad, who do you think I should take between Walker, Collins, or Omari and Hampton? It just took Hampton. Fuck. But that means I can get Nico. Let them take Bowers right here. I'll take Walker and Collins. If you think you could beat me at fantasy football, put your username for ESPN or Yahoo down in the chat, and I'll set up a league and we'll do a draft on my live stream. Not only will we do the draft on the live stream, but we're going to follow it the whole season. Here we go. Ken Walker and Nico Collins, welcome to the squad. Wow. Wow. We got Bijan, Nico, Ken Walker. Not bad. So if you think you could beat me at fantasy football, put your username for Yahoo or for ESPN down in the chat, and I'll set up a league and we'll get it popping. I am going to be setting up a Underdog account so that we could do it there as well. I haven't done that yet, so right now I'm just doing ESPN and I'm doing Yahoo. But in the chat, put your fantasy name, your username for those platforms, and we'll do a draft together on the stream, and we'll play it out for the whole season. I'm the best fantasy football player on YouTube. I can't be beaten. Change my mind. We got Bijan, Nico, and Ken Walker. Not bad for beginning. I don't usually take a running back with my first pick. I'll usually take a wide receiver with my first pick. So Nico as my first wide receiver is a little bit, behind the eight ball for me, for what I'm used to. But I like the Bijan Robinson Ken Walker combo. I think Ken Walker is going to turn some heads this season. I think he has some stuff to prove this year. You don't get rid of the Super Bowl MVP? You know what I mean? You don't get rid of the Super Bowl MVP. That's not something that we do. So what I'm looking at is Breece Hall here, Garrett Wilson, Egbuka. Williams if he falls. Tet if he falls. Scottaboo. ETN. Up of the running are the quarterbacks. Okay, quarterbacks are okay. I can chill on quarterbacks. Lad, I don't know about Lad. Lad has the volume and the skill to be a number one, wide receiver one, but I don't know if he could do it, man. I don't know if he could sustain it. I don't know if he could sustain it. I think the pieces are there for him, though. I think he's talented enough, and I think that he has target share. I think he's going to get enough targets, but I think Egbuka is going to come out as the number one receiver in Tampa. McMillan is obviously that guy. Garrett Wilson is obviously that guy. Breece Hall is going to be the best running back in New York, obviously. Looking like it's going to be Scottaboo or ETN and one of those receivers there for me. Unless Breece is still on the board when it gets to me. If you think you could beat me at fantasy football, put your username from Yahoo or NFL or ESPN in the chat, and we'll get into a league. And we'll do the league on draft, we'll do the draft on live, and we could follow the rest of the league for the rest of the time in my on my channel here. All right, I'm going Breece Hall. I think I'm gonna go Breece Hall and Egbuka. I like Garrett Wilson. I like Garrett Wilson, but I like Hall better. I don't know. Maybe I should go ETN and Wilson. No, I'm going to go Breece Hall and Egbuka. All right. I think Garrett Wilson was the better receiver available, but I don't want to have two Jets. Two Jets, bro? Nah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you think that you could beat me at fantasy football, put your username down in the chat. And I will create a league and we can do the draft on a live stream. And I will beat you, and you can't beat me because I'm the best fantasy football player on YouTube. Change my mind. Okay, so I would really, really like to see Jaden Daniels fall to me. That would be stupid good. I also I also am in the Drake May market. I like Drake May. Herbert is someone that I'm willing to take. They have Jackson Dart way low. Wow. Okay. Okay. But if I can. Where'd he go? Yeah, if I could get Jaden Daniels, that's who I would love to have right now. Jaden Daniels with a tight end. Who's out there? Tight ends. Oh, no. They took Warren before my last turn. Okay. Okay. No, not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. But I do like Kraft. All right, let me get Jaden Daniels. Come on, man. Yeah. Wait, Garrett Wilson is still on the board? Oh, it's because they're going slow as hell. Okay. I think DJ Moore is going to be probably put up the same kind of numbers as like Lad McConkey type. I think as a mid-tier wide receiver 2 with upside. He can also end up being a wide receiver 3. But, you know, we'll see what happens with him. You think that you could beat me at fantasy football? Put your username in the chat for Yahoo Fantasy, ESPN Fantasy, or NFL Fantasy. I'm the best fantasy football player on YouTube. Change my mind. All right, we got 7 picks, and it looks like Jaden Daniels is falling to me here. As long as no one takes him, we should be good to go. Someone just took Brandon Aubrey, and they just took Jaden Daniels. Damn. All right, I'm going to go for Drake May here. Drake May and Tucker Kraft or Judkins. Garrett Wilson is still there. Wow, dude. These people are sleeping on Garrett Wilson. They're tripping. Lad McConkey's out there still too, huh? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Whoever took Jaden Daniels, damn it. Damn. That was going to be my guy right there. Okay, they just took Laporta. So, if Garrett Wilson's there, I'm taking him. Like, I have to. You can't You can't have this guy left out there like that. Like, that's stupid, crazy, ridiculous. The guy's a fringe wide receiver one. He's a wide receiver two. He's a solid wide receiver two, and he could bump up to a low end wide receiver one easily with just a little bit better quarterback play than he had last year. Which it seems like he's going to get out of Geno. They damn. You know what? I might have to go Judkins, Garrett Wilson right here. This is crazy. And then come back and then get a quarterback and tight end on the next turnaround. I'm trying to draft you. I'm trying to draft against you guys. If you think that you're better than me at fantasy football, put your username in the chat. This is crazy. Judkins and Wilson. It is what it is. That's nuts. Those are my first two bench players. Wow. I'm the best fantasy football player on YouTube. If you think that you could beat me in a fantasy football league, then leave me your information in the chat and we'll get into a league together. I think Drake May went right after that, didn't he? Yeah, he sure did. Oh no, he went right before that. Huh. All right, so we're gonna go for tight end and we're gonna go tight end and quarterback here on the next round. Jalen Hurts is still out there. Back. What a squad, huh? Nico Collins, Emeka Egbuka, Bijan Robinson, Ken Walker, Breece Hall, Quinshawn Judkins, Garrett Wilson. Unreal. Unreal. That's a squad right there. That's a squad right there. We're looking at Justin Herbert. Trevor Lawrence is there. Ricky Pearsall is done. I might be able to wait on the tight ends. I wonder if I could go Hurts. Did they take him? They did take him. I was going to say I could go Hurts Goddard. That would be cool, but I like Herbert. Herbert and Ramondre. Herbert and Ramondre, and then pick a tight end on the next round. Herbert, Ramondre. Man. Let me get Herbert and then Ramondre Stevenson. Ricky Pearsall is out for the season, probably. I'll take Jackson Dart as well. What is this week? Where's his bye week? 8. Herbert is 7. I'll take both of those guys. I'll take Herbert Stevenson right now, and then I'll come back around and take Dart and tight end. Fuck yeah. Let's go. We're going to go Dart and Likely. I like Goddard too. Oh, man. Someone took the Rams D. Rams defense going to be the best defense in the NFL this year, for sure. And if Aaron Donald comes back, it's not going to be fair for anyone. It's going to be a problem for everyone if Aaron Donald comes back. Aaron Donald coming back to the Rams, it's going to be like playing me in fantasy football. It's just going to be a problem for anybody that goes up against me. It's going to be a problem for anyone that goes up against the Rams. It's just going to be stupid. Okay. So I need to get Dart and a tight end. Herbert, Nico Collins, Emeka Egbuka, Bijan Robinson, Ken Walker, Brees Hall, Quinshawn Judkins, Garrett Wilson, Ramondre Stevenson. Stupid, stupid team. No one is beating this team this season. No one is beating me this season. I am the best fantasy football player on YouTube. Change my mind. We got Dart. And we're going to go Likely. Because that's going to be my little stack there. The kicker. Yeah. Why are we taking kickers so early, dude? That's nuts. In the 10th round? 10th round, brother? Brethren? I didn't just pick someone, right? 6 picks. Okay. So we're going to go Dart and then likely. And then see what we're looking at. Woo! Excuse me. Goodness. My goodness. Pardon me. All right, so we need to have Jackson Dart available for us right now. We're going to go Jackson Dart, Isaiah Likely, if they haven't taken him, which they did. Damn. Let me look back at my queue. Kincaid is still there. Who else do we got right in here? Kincaid. Damn, they took Goddard as well. Man, tight end is going to be weak, but we got a super strong team either way. Took the Seahawks defense. Seahawks defense. Do I have a defense already? No, I don't. Maybe I'll go Texans. Okay, Dart. Texans. Boom. And then we'll go Kincaid. This is a super stacked team. Herbert's not going to do bad this year. Collins is going to be okay. Buka. If anything, the receivers are a little bit weak, but Bijan and Ken Walker, Brees Hall, Judkins, Wilson. This team has potential to be really, really stout. This is a playoff team for sure, but it might not be a championship team. The last team I drafted on ESPN is a championship team. That is a championship team. Okay, so got just a couple picks left here. I'm gonna go with tight end right now, probably. Got 3 receivers, 5 running backs. I'll probably go Kincaid and Pittman. Kincaid and Pittman. And then I'll finish it off with Rachaad White and a kicker. All right, so I'm going to go with, I got 7 picks left. We're going Kincaid, Pittman, Rachaad White. Kincaid, Pittman, Rachaad White, and then a kicker. Back-to-back is rough. First pick is rough. Waiting for all the picks to come back to you. I mean, you are, once it comes back to you, you are at the top again, so you get your pick, and you usually have access to better picks, but man, it's rugged waiting for all those picks to go through. On the last draft, we had the 6th pick. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Having the 6th pick, that's beautiful, because then you don't have to wait as long. You don't lose as many players in between your picks. Fuck. It took Kincaid. Get the fuck out of here. Who's going to be my tight end, dude? Ferguson? Eek? Okay, so all right, cool. So gonna be the last 2 picks here. I'm either gonna take Rachaad White or Sadiq, and then we got a kicker, and I'm gonna log off for the day. Probably not gonna do a draft tomorrow. At least I'm not gonna schedule one. I still might hop on tomorrow evening. I'm not sure. We'll just kind of play it by ear. But make sure that you comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live so that you could watch the drafts. Comment your username down in the chat so that I could set up a league and then we can draft on a live stream and follow it throughout the season. I'm up in 17 picks. Jeez, dude. $17 picks to go. Maybe a defense? Eagles, Chargers, Ravens are still out there. Yeah, see, they just took Rashad White. If they take Sadiq, then I'm going to take a second defense. I've got Sadiq left, and then okay, coming up on my pick here in the next 8 picks, I'm going to go back to back, and then my team will be all set. We're going to go check the lineup a little bit, and then that will be it for today. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me where I went wrong. Tell me what you would have done instead. Tell me why I'm a dummy, why I'm a savant, why I'm brilliant, why I'm beautiful. Tell me anything you want. Just say it in the chat. Make sure that if you want to play against me, that you put your information for like your username and stuff down into the chat so that we can get a draft going. I'm going to be doing drafts almost every day until the season starts. I'm going to be doing competitive ones, more competitive, serious competitive ones, like on Underdog closer to the season when it costs money to do so. But I am the best fantasy football player on YouTube. You can't beat me. Change my mind. Hit me up. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not scared. That's Sadiq and the Ravens left. Sadiq and the Ravens. He just took Sadiq. And douchebag. Alright, I'm just gonna stream tight ends then. Sure. There. Beats. Sweet. All set. So tomorrow I don't have any live streams scheduled, but I think I still might do a draft at the end of the evening. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how things go with my day. Sunday, I'll probably end up doing a draft or two. And then we'll hit it on Monday, Tuesday, so on and so forth. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button so that you can be notified when I'm going live, so that you could watch these live drafts whenever I'm going live. And get into one of these drafts with me, because I can't be stopped. I'm the best there ever was that ever did it. All right. I had to let the boss in real quick. All right, just a few more picks. Just a couple more picks, and then we'll wrap this up. I'm going to go check out the... oh, there we go. All right. Yahoo Fantasy. Bill's nifty team. That's it. My nifty team. Overview. Oh, you know what? We didn't look yesterday to see... I think we looked already today, though. All right, so the Bills hustle. A. Overview. League draft grade. A+. Supposed to come in second place in the league. Number 2 power ranking. Dope, dude. Dope. This means nothing. I just like to gloat. Let's take a look at the other ones. Go, Juiced Up Bills. Draft grade, A+. Go to the league. Juiced Up Bills, A+ draft grade. Supposed to finish first place in the league. Number 3 power ranking. Let's go. Dominating. Bills and Beyond League 1. Draft grade, B. Report card. Oh, I have report cards. Crazy. Bills and Beyond, B+. They don't think I had that great of a draft. Oh, I took Ricky Pearsall in this. I'm supposed to finish outside the playoffs in this one, 5th place, but I am number 4 with the power ranking. In a draft that can only be described as a roller coaster of emotions, Bills' best team snagged a solid B+ grade while picking up the coveted second spot. With a projected record of 10-5, they're aiming for the playoffs, but the 6th toughest schedule, they might want to invest in some good luck charms. 3 players are already on bye week 11, which could make for some nail-biting decisions down the line. Talk about a draft day thrill ride. ADP was 66. They also had a head scratcher. The worst pick in 99. Playoff hunt. Trip over their own shoes. If anyone can turn the ship around, Bill's best team, unless to provide some entertainment along the way. Sweet. Let's go. That's not a very good team. Not a very good team. Let's see what they have to say about this. Draft. Oh, yeah, draft grades. Best pick, Garrett Wilson. Worst pick, Ramondre Stevenson. To dominate like a boss. Picking 4th in a 10-team league, they managed to craft a roster that's not just good, but practically legendary, even if their schedule is the 5th toughest. Let's go. All right, that was a pretty cool little read up. Using veteran. You know, the 1st toughest schedule in the league. Wow. Hey. Whatever. Draft grade A for this last draft. Second best draft, they thought. Projected for second place, 12-3 finish. Second power ranking. Like a peacock. Fifth hardest schedule. I can't be stopped. All right. Well, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notifications so that you can be notified of when I go live. And make sure to drop your information down in the comments so that we can get this popping. I'm trying to draft against some people, see what we could do out there. So make it happen. You can't beat me. I can't be stopped. I'm the best fantasy football player on YouTube. Change my mind. Until then, go Bills.